This is Ask Dr. Nandi. Welcome back. You're watching Ask Dr. Nandi, and today we're talking about hoarding. Now, contrary to popular belief, hoarding is an illness which can cause a multitude of physical and mental issues. Because of the causes of this disease can vary so greatly, it's hard to understand where it all begins. Joining me now is Shelly Balzer, an estate professional of Shelly's high-end collectibles, who frequently encounters hoarding in her business. Shelly, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. So, what do you do? I mean, what kind of business is yours?
Well, my business helps people in different types of situations where maybe they've collected estates over time, or they have collections themselves, where people have basically gotten so many things, so many items in their possessions that they just don't know what to do with them.
And you help them clear it out?
That's right. I help them clear it out, and help them find homes for their items sometimes even.
And do you pay them for it, or what do you do?
Well, I'll go in and first of all help them to see what they have, and if there's anything of any value. Then if they're interested, then I will consign it and find homes and sell it for them.
That's interesting. And then how often do you find items of real value, or is there a lot of items that really don't have much value when you go to do?
I would say people are surprised to see the items that they do have value.
Really?
Not just sentimental value, but value through their parents' items, their grandparents' items, those types of things, old china, silverware, pottery, those types of things that have been handed down over time, they do have a lot of value.
You like what you do, don't you?
I love it.
Yeah, I can tell. Big smile
Yeah.
when you talk about it. How often do you come across hoarders?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think most of the individuals I work with have a degree of hoarding. I think we all do, but some of us maybe manage it better than others. But to the degree maybe that Cheryl's situation had, it's more of a rare occasion that I would come across something like that.
And when you do you feel like what you're doing is almost therapeutic? I mean, obviously what she's doing is helping them, we all have clutter. I mean, all of us have clutter. My wife will tell me there's some things that I feel are quite remarkable from my high school days. I'm sure all you guys have some things. She doesn't feel are as remarkable, and she wants me to get rid of them. But this is beyond that. You probably feel like you help folks, but do you feel like it's therapeutic what you're doing?
Therapeutic for them?
For them.
Yes, absolutely. Some would say that sort of getting rid of things lifts a weight off of your shoulders.
In what way? Tell me about that.
Well, I think first of all, when you have a large quantity of items, that is a requirement of thought to take care of those items, make sure they're not broken. If they're out in the open, dust them, take care of them. So that
they almost seem like pets. The way you're describing them, I'll be honest with you, like take care of them. I mean, they almost seem like pets.
Yes.
Are there some analogies there?
Definitely. I definitely think that certain people's possessions they're so emotionally attached that it would almost seem, like a pet.
When you have those rare occasions that you have the hoarders like Cheryl, how do you approach it? It's got to be pretty delicate.
Very, very delicate, correct. It's difficult because there is an emotional attachment to the items. They generally don't want to get rid of anything.
Sure. Cheryl said all the stuff that she had were really things that you could use.
Right, right.
And most people feel that way, don't they?
Yes, and in many occasions when I've been in these types of situations, if we decide to throw something away that literally is garbage, paper or newspaper, whatever, generally the client will go back through it, even take it back out just to make sure that it's garbage.
It's okay, yeah.
So that is not unusual.
Very interesting. Now, if those of you who are watching at home or even here, if you have a loved one that you may be suspecting is a hoarder, any recommendations? Because you've dealt with some of these folks. What would you recommend?
Right. Well, first I would say talk to them first and see if there is a way that you could help them. Is there a way that you could help them get organized, or maybe even refer them to someone like myself, or in a little while you'll talk to somebody, Vince, who runs another type of company like mine, in a way, and see if we can kind of get to the root of it. If it's more of a I guess, in-depth situation like Cheryl's situation, I think that it would take even a little bit more than that, maybe even some medical help to.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I was going to say. If you have people like Cheryl, I would definitely say you have to get to the root of the problem.
Right.
There's much more than just the hoarding. The hoarding is a symptom. It's like a headache. It's a headache, and then it would be a symptom. But the real problem is way beyond that. And so you would need a physician, in her case, a psychologist or psychiatrist, to find out exactly why you're holding on to these things. And then obviously you could come in, or Vince could come in and really professionally take care of it.
That's right.
But that is a symptom of a problem, and I think that we have to really go towards professional and see what else is going on. We have to take a break. When we come back, we'll speak with a man who has made it his life's work to organize and overhaul houses after hoarding disasters. Please stay with us.
I had my friend Connie from Sanitaire come out, and she did a mold test throughout the house because Cheryl wanted to keep some of her dolls, and so we had Connie come in, do a sample, and what we found was pretty much everything in the house has mold on it.
Got the house in 1999. Thought it was great because it was like the mother-in-law house. So I thought Mom, my son, and I could all move in together. It was a really unusual house. Like we could be downstairs and have our privacy, and Mom could be upstairs. And so that's why we bought it. When we got the house, we loved it because we thought Mom was going to move in too, so that didn't happen, and so it was a little bit more than my son and I just needed. I've seen hoarders on TV, and the stuff is like garbage and encased in all kinds of stuff and layers of soot and dirt and whatever. That's not what this is. It's all cluttered and all piled up and stuff, but